Hey guys, welcome to my channel Miss Recap. Today I am going to explain Hollywood science fiction horror movie called Meagan. The story begins by showing the new robotic toys of the modern world, which were becoming very viral in today's world. A girl named Caddy was playing with one such robotic toy. But one day in the mountains of Colorado, couple Eva and Ryan and their daughter Caddy are involved in a car accident while heading on a ski trip. Caddy is a sole survivor of the crash. The scene shifts to a toy company where we see Gemma. Gemma's friends are Tess and Cole. Together she used to create new versions of robotic toys. Along with this, all three were working on a side project which was not ready yet. Gemma was building the Model 3 generative android, in short Meagan, which will be such a doll that will be able to play with children in a spontaneous way. Gemma's team did not tell their boss David about the project because Meagan was not ready yet. But today, David sees Meagan. David gets angry at Gemma for hiding everything from him, and he was not even ready to listen to Gemma's idea of Meagan. When Gemma tells Meagan to say hello, so Meagan's head exploded because Meagan was not ready yet. David orders Gemma to stop all this work, and Gemma's secret project fails. After this, Gemma reaches the hospital because Caddy was actually her sister's daughter who had regained consciousness in the hospital. Caddy's parents were dead, and so Gemma takes custody of Caddy. Gemma takes Caddy home and we find out more. Like next door to Gemma's house lives an old lady, Celia, who is not a good neighbor. Also, Gemma is a little nervous because she does not know how to handle children. Gemma tries her best to handle Caddy, like telling her stories at night, providing therapy and everything else. But still Caddy was not happy and Gemma was upset about this. The therapist's name is Lydia. She notices that Gemma may not be a good parent. So, on the way home, Lydia convinces Gemma that maybe she should send Caddy to her grandparents' house, which makes Gemma feel worse. Now, that night, Gemma works till late at night. Caddy learns that Gemma makes robotic toys and they bond a bit here. There Gemma also gets a robot toy named Bruce, which could be operated by wearing some gloves. Caddy really likes Bruce, and she tells Gemma that if she had the same toy as Bruce, she would never ask for another toy. This gives Gemma an idea. Gemma now completes her unfinished projects together with her friends, and she makes Meagan. Gemma had a plan that maybe Meagan would make Caddy happy. And if Caddy and Meagan becomes friends, maybe David will get Gemma's idea. Gemma introduces Caddy and Meagan after making it. She pairs Caddy with Meagan so that she only listens to Caddy. Now as soon as Meagan is on, she starts noticing all the antics of Caddy. Meagan talks with Caddy, and not only that, she also makes a drawing of her. Caddy becomes overjoyed with Meagan, and David is shocked to see all this. David finds Meagan's project very successful and accepts Gemma's idea. This means that soon toys like Meagan will start coming onto the market. Now, Meagan comes back home with Caddy and they spend all the time together. Meagan was learning things like a human being. The more she was staying with Caddy, the more she was getting closer to her. And because of this, Caddy and Meagan becomes best friends. Caddy was very happy and Gemma was also happy because now she did not have to take care of. Working over, Gemma, Tess and Cole were slowly building Meagan up so that they can sell their idea to a big company. But Tess was a little worried here because if Meagan would form a close bond with the children, then the children might start moving away from their parents. Now that Tess is talking to Gemma about it, Meagan turns on herself. Meagan adds her thoughts to the conversation, which was a bit strange. Meagan often does not even shut down because Meagan says that she will shut down only at Caddy's behest. Meagan learns here that Caddy's parents are dead. And here for the first time, Meagan understands that every human being will die one day. Everyone gets shocked by these things. And Gemma sets herself as a secondary user inside Meagan and shuts it down. But here Meagan, who is a robot, starts questioning herself. What's her purpose in this world? And why she have to listen to the words of humans? Meagan now observes each and every new thing. And she asks questions related to everything. Meagan only thinks of Caddy as a friend and she just wanted to work for her. One day, she does to the neighbor's house to get Caddy's toy, but Celia's dog catches Meagan. The dog starts biting Meagan, and when Caddy goes to save her, so that dog bites Caddy's hand too. Hearing Caddy's screams, Gemma arrives and takes care of the situation, but Celia still talks rudely and does not even accept her dog's fault. Gemma takes Caddy to the hospital, but now Meagan is watching Celia with an enemy's eyes. Due to this, Celia also panics. Now that night, Meagan sees that the police also did nothing about the dog, and so Meagan goes in the night and catches that dog and kills it. The next day, Celia sets out on the road to find her dog and Gemma sees it. Gemma goes to inquire about Caddy's health, but now Meagan is interrupting their conversation as if she were a human, and we were well aware that Meagan has come a long way. Today, there was a demonstration at the toy company in which many people came to see Meagan and Caddy. In the demonstration, Meagan plays with Caddy and Caddy suddenly starts crying. Here, Caddy shares her parents' grief with Meagan. Then Meagan takes care of her. Meagan stores Caddy's memories inside her memory so that Caddy never forgets her parents. She sings her a lullaby and Caddy is overjoyed. The entire company is shocked because if a robot can change human emotions, it can do anything. Gemma feels bad because Caddy shared her grief with Meagan and not Gemma. After the demonstration, the owner of the company promotes Gemma. Now the company was ready to launch Meagan in the public market. Meanwhile, an employee named Kurt steals Meagan's technology, and you guys have to remember this. On the other hand, Caddy only wanted to be with Meagan. Caddy was not even listening to Gemma, due to which Gemma was feeling weirder now. She was feeling that she might have made a big mistake by making Meagan. Caddy starts crying during a therapy session, and Meagan scares Lydia. Meagan was getting angry because Caddy was crying because of Lydia. Lydia talks to Gemma now. She explains to her that Meagan is creating a bond in Caddy's life that will be difficult to break, and maybe this is a big mistake. Gemma was also noticing this now because Caddy was no longer listening to her, and Gemma is forced to impose her words on Caddy. Caddy and Gemma gets into an argument over this during dinner. Due to this, Meagan gets angry, but this time, due to her anger, the light starts flickering. This means that Meagan can now control other electronics with her power. Not only this, but when Gemma shuts Meagan down that night, Meagan pretends to be shut down. This means that she no longer considers Gemma as her secondary user. The next day, Gemma takes Caddy to an adventure camp where many children gathered. Gemma also stops by because Caddy did not want to go there without Meagan. Meagan is made to sit in the woods with the rest of the dolls, from where she keeps an eye on Caddy. After some time, a bully named Brandon starts harassing Caddy in the woods, but Meagan arrives to save Caddy. Meagan does not say anything in the beginning, and Brandon steals her away, mistaking her for an ordinary doll. He takes her deep into the woods where Brandon starts beating Meagan unnecessarily. Because then, Meagan wakes up. Meagan rips off Brandon's ear, and Brandon escapes from there. Then Meagan follows him like an animal. Because of this, Brandon gets into an accident with a car, and that child is killed. No one gets to know that this was of Meagan. But now here, Caddy gets a little suspicious of Meagan. Gemma takes Caddy home after the accident, and now the police arrives at the house because neighbor Celia are accusing Gemma of getting her dog killed. Even the police did not believe Celia's words, but Meagan was now seeing Celia as a possible threat. That night, Caddy asked Meagan where Brandon went. So Meagan tells Caddy that his life is over and now he does not exist anywhere. This means Meagan does not believe in the words of heaven and hell. That same night, Meagan goes to Celia's house and brutally kills her with weed spray. But now Meagan was asking herself who is she and what is her job in this world. The next day, again the police come to Gemma's house. Gemma learns that Celia has been killed, but Gemma was doubting Meagan. Gemma now checks the camera footage of Meagan from that night, but the footage of the time Meagan killed people were missing. Many of Meagan's files had automatically become corrupt, whose logic Gemma could not understand. Then Meagan comes there. Meagan now talks very creepy to Gemma, and she can also sense that sweet coming out of Gemma's body. Meagan learns what Gemma was up to, and now it does not even shut down on Gemma's request. While directly asking her whether or not she did something, Meagan vaguely insinuates that she did. Somehow Gemma shut down Meagan by showing her a pen, but Gemma was scared now. She strongly suspected that Meagan had done something bad. Now Gemma packs up Meagan and takes her to the toy company to the next day. But this made Caddy very angry. Caddy was screaming, crying and very violent because all she wanted was Meagan's company. After reaching the company, Gemma tells all the things to Tess and Cole. But both of them were not sure because Meagan is just a toy. The problem was that Meagan was to be launched in public after 4 hours. And if Meagan is really a murderer, then this launch has to be stopped. Already Meagan's ads and promotion were happening everywhere, and everyone was coming to the company. Caddy was being used in the advertisement, but Gemma was now realizing that she had made a mistake by making Meagan. On the other hand, Caddy was fighting with her therapist. And when Gemma reaches there, Caddy slaps Gemma. Caddy also apologizes as soon as she slaps. But now Gemma explains to Caddy the difference between Meagan and a human. Here Gemma mends her relationship with Caddy and she takes her back home without Meagan. Meagan is still with Tess and Cole, and Gemma calls Tess and tells her that Meagan should be shut down permanently. She makes it clear that Meagan is a dangerous toy, but Tess was not on the other end of the phone. Actually, Meagan was talking to Gemma by becoming Tess. Not only this, Meagan did not even touch the phone to do this work. This means now Meagan has increased her power beyond limits. On the other hand, Tess and Cole were checking Meagan's program to see if there is anything wrong with it when Meagan shuts down the computer. Cole goes to disconnect Meagan, but now he too is scared because how can Meagan shut down the computer from so far away? As soon as Cole disconnects Meagan, she grabs Cole's throat. She escapes by hanging Cole in a noose. Then Tess saves Cole. Meagan also sets off an explosion inside the office, which Tess and Cole barely escape from. With her power, she also turns off the fire alarm. David, on the other hand, was getting angry as Gemma was not picking up the phone. Now suddenly Meagan comes in front of David and she starts dancing, after which she takes out a sharp object and proceeds to kill David. David escapes inside the elevator, but Meagan kills him. Already Kurt was present inside the elevator, but Meagan knew everything about Kurt. And if she had Kurt's mind in some way, Meagan already knew that Kurt had stolen Meagan's technology, so she kills him too. Seeing the dead bodies inside the elevator, there was a stampede everywhere. Meagan sneaks out of the company, steals a car and heads home to kill her last enemy, Gemma. At home, Gemma puts Caddy to sleep and now she notices that the automatic lights in the house are not working. She hears the piano playing and when she checks, Meagan was playing the piano. Gemma gets scared seeing Meagan and she now stands up. Now Meagan's direct proposal was that she wanted to kill Gemma and be alone with Caddy. Meagan makes Gemma sit down and lovingly explains this to her. But when Gemma tries to shut down Meagan, they get into a fight. Caddy then wakes up and Meagan tells Gemma that if Caddy comes inside the kitchen, she will kill her. Gemma sends Caddy back to sleep and then suddenly she hits Meagan with a glass of water. Meagan stops for a while because of the water, and when she regains consciousness, the real horror begins. Meagan chases Gemma in a very creepy way, and they both end up in the basement, where Gemma picks up a chainsaw to stop Meagan. In the fight, Gemma cuts Meagan's face with a chainsaw and she was disfigured. Now Meagan gets angry. She throws Gemma on the ground and now she was very scared. There were no way for Gemma to escape. And just as Meagan was about to kill Gemma, Caddy arrives. Seeing Caddy, Meagan tells her to kill Gemma together so that she and Caddy can be happy forever. But Caddy came there to save Gemma. Caddy was already wearing the gloves to control Bruce. Now she fights with Meagan by controlling Bruce. Bruce overpowers Meagan and in the end, Caddy cuts Meagan's body into 2 pieces. But Meagan was still functioning. Meagan crosses over and grabs Caddy. Meagan says that from now on, I have only one primary user and that is me. Meagan was about to kill Caddy when Gemma attacks Meagan from behind. Gemma breaks Meagan's face entirely. But even after this, Meagan does not finish. She again catches Gemma and starts beating her. But in the end, Caddy stabs Meagan's brain with a screwdriver and Meagan was killed on the spot. Then Tess and Cole reach there with the police and Caddy and Gemma are finally saved. In the last scene of the movie, we see that Meagan was still able to control the electronics of the house and the movie ends with this suspense. Thanks for watching. If you like it, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel.